Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another This Week in Gaming video. We got a couple of interesting news stories to go over, so let's get right into it. So if you remember back when Star Wars Battlefront 2 was released, it got met with a lot of hate, and deservingly so, with their microtransactions and the loot crates and everything. And there was so much backlash that EA decided to, or promised to, start working on getting rid of those microtransactions and the pay-to-win system. Well, they are officially releasing the brand new progression system. It will be available on March 21st, and they've gotten rid of all of the pay-to-win system. Basically, there is no more loot crates that will give you star cards, and all of the progression has to do with your multiplayer play, like normal progression system for your heroes, for your classes, and for any of the vehicles in the game. And once you get enough progression to get to the next level, you will be getting a XP point, which can be used to buy star cards. And if you remember in Battlefront 2, the star cards were the game-changing cards that could make you more powerful than your opponents. And these cards before this update were previously able to be bought, and they were also in loot crates. So now they've been completely removed from loot crates, and you cannot buy them with currency anymore. So this is good. The only thing in loot crates now, I believe, will be cosmetic. So you will not be getting anything in loot crates that will affect the gameplay and make you stronger than your opponent if you were to pay more money. And you just can't pay and use crystals anymore to buy anything to progress and to make you stronger than your opponents online. If you haven't bought the game yet because of that, this may be a good time to jump in. It is a fun game. It has great gameplay. I remember playing the beta, and I remember playing the 10-hour trial from EA Access, and I really thought it was a really fun, good game with great mechanics and great graphics, but it was just the microtransactions and the loot crates that really stopped me from purchasing the game. But because of this update, this may be something looking into if you're interested in Battlefront 2 and if you're interested in multiplayer online shooters. So we have more information on Far Cry 5 and the microtransactions that will be in the game. The executive producer Dan Hay had this to say about it. We've set the game up to be generous. We've set the game up so nothing is locked away. You can go out and explore, and the game will reward you for your exploration. And then Ubisoft followed up what Dan Hay said and said that there will be microtransactions to speed up progression if you wanted to while playing the single player campaign, but there won't be any microtransactions or loot crates or anything that would affect actual gameplay. So if you don't want to spend the time exploring organically to progress, you could pay money to speed up through your progression. And I mean, I'm sure if some people just want to get through a game, it's a good way to do that. I don't really understand why you'd want to do that though, because if you're purchasing a game at full price, don't you want to experience it for the full value and for organically what it's meant to be experienced? Like, I mean, at least that's what I would want to do. But if you do purchase these microtransactions to speed up progression, I'd love to know in the comments below why you do that and how it affects your gameplay, or if it improves the gameplay. If you do that, let me know in the comments below. So the next installment in the trilogy of the reboot of the Tomb Raider games has been announced by Square Enix, and it is called Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and it will be released on September 14th, 2018. Now, these are amazing games. If you haven't played the first two, I would definitely recommend checking them out. If you're into those action, adventure, puzzle style of games like Prince of Persia, or even kind of like Assassin's Creed. So if you're into that stuff at all, I would definitely recommend checking out the first two games. So if you're a Witcher fan and a Soul Calibur fan, you'll be really happy to hear that Geralt from The Witcher will be a guest character in Soul Calibur 6. Now this is awesome because he really kind of fits into the Soul Calibur world, using his sword and his fighting abilities with his magic and everything. So it'll be perfect for the game. I'm really excited that they're adding him in, and I'm excited for Soul Calibur 6 because I absolutely love these Soul Calibur games. And if you remember, in all the Soul Calibur games, they always have these cool guest characters that they add into the game. Like they've had Kratos, they've had Link, they've had Darth Vader. So it's really awesome that they're adding him, and I'm really excited for this game to come out. Now this is a really cool story for the Nintendo Switch. Rated E Mods has created a new dock for the Switch that they did it themselves, so it's a do-it-yourself mod, and it is in the form of a GameCube. So it's really cool how they did this. There is a video on their YouTube channel. I'll show it here, but I'll also link it in the description below if you want to check it out. It's really cool. Basically, they took a GameCube shell, they cut out the middle, then they put the Nintendo Switch dock in it, and then they docked the Nintendo Switch using that, obviously, and then they added the GameCube controller ports that I believe were used for the Wii U, and they have made it so that you can use GameCube controllers with this Switch on your Nintendo Switch. It's fully functional. So having one of the best controllers ever made to be used on the Nintendo Switch. So this is really, really cool. Like I said, make sure to check out that video down below if you're interested in this type of do-it-yourself mods for game consoles. So if you've been following the independent game scene and the Nintendo Switch, you know that there are tons of great independent games on the Switch. And Nintendo will be recognizing this on March 20th with their Nindies Showcase. This will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, and they will be showing some of the great indie games coming up for the Nintendo Switch. So make sure, if you're interested in that, to check it out. Now this week there are only two really big games that came out as new releases, and the first one is Burnout Paradise Remastered. So Burnout Paradise Remastered came out this week for the PS4 and the Xbox One, and it is the remaster of the original amazing Burnout Paradise open world arcade racing game. I've been playing it for a little bit. I have the 10-hour trial from EA Access and I absolutely love it. It is extremely fun. There's crazy jumps, crazy crashes, and it just is, it's one of the best racing games, I have to say, that I've played in a long time. Every time you stop at a light, there's a new event and there's always so much to do. And with the new graphics and the upgrade in it, it looks really, really good. I'm playing on the Xbox One X in 4K and it looks absolutely amazing. So if you loved Burnout Paradise, the original one when it came out for the PS3 and the 360, I would definitely say check it out again. It's just as fun. It's even more fun now because with the updated graphics and everything than it was back then. And the next game is Kirby Star Allies for the Nintendo Switch. So Kirby Star Allies, the side-scrolling action platforming game, is finally out for the Nintendo Switch. It is sitting at a 74 on Metacritic, and I've heard mixed things about it. I've played the demo and I found the demo pretty fun, so if you want to see what it's like before thinking about purchasing the game, you can go and download the demo and try that out. But I've heard that it is really fun to play co-op and it's not nearly as fun to play by yourself, but I think that's pretty much what Nintendo was doing with this game. They were intending it to be played cooperatively. So if you have a bunch of friends, I think it would be great as a couch co-op game. But I mean, it is a Kirby game and most Kirby games are still fun to play. If you are a Kirby fan, even if you're playing by yourself, I still think you will enjoy this game. So if you're interested in it, it is out now and you can check it out. So that's your news. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, leave a comment down below about any of the things I talked about, and I'll catch you in the next video.